Two sides. One is light, one is dark.
Of course. The Hatter, who says, if I had a world of my own, everything would be nonsense. Nothing would be what it is, because everything would be what it isn't.
If you don't own something, you're not the boss. You have to take full responsibility for everything that you do. Why be subservient? You must be the master of your own kingdom. And I don't resent this system, by the way. It is the system. But what's the expression about don't hate the player, hate the game? Don't hate the game. Love the game because you're in it, mate. So own the game, accept the rules, and move on into the rules. So the world will try and tell you who you are, and you have to tell yourself who you are. And there's this ongoing battle. And somehow there needs to be a reconciliation between the two. That you can't just walk into things with your eyes half open. You've got to walk into things with your eyes fully open. You've got to know what you're getting into. You have to take possession of your life.
The ability to speak your truth is the bulwark against hell. Well, part of that is to try to say the truth, no matter what, because the alternative is worse, and it is worse.
Whatever form of meditation or mantra that you decide to espouse, there needs to be some period in your day where you remember that there's a world out there trying to tell you who you are, and there's a world in here that's trying to tell you who you are. Now, where do you want to put your eggs? Because the world outside is very noisy and very tempting.
It's within the individual that redemption can be manifested.
Honoring our own journey, honoring what we say, what comes through us.
If truth is infinite, omnipresent, and already perfect, and constant, it must be here now, isn't it? It must be here now, isn't it?
If you act in truth, then the order you produce is good, regardless of how it appears.
The essence of narrative is only about this dynamic. There is nothing else in a story other than this dynamic. But the essence of the story is that you are enough. And it's taking back your own authority, your own divinity, your own authority, your own identity, whatever it is that you've got to call it, your own power. You're no longer looking for a sense of self outside of yourself. And then you have to face the demons that you've created in your history by facing them and fighting them and owning them. You put them in the face of who you are, and that's a wrestle match.
It's the hero's journey, this underlying sort of narrative that just really guides all stories and all ancient tales, and that there's something inherently human about them, important about these stories, and that they resonate.
Hell is empty, and all the devils are here.
They can consciously or unconsciously not want to do the work, not want to go to the shadow, not want to face their darkness, because it's uncomfortable. They want a kind of easy path. So it's to not allow that and to not be seduced.
Something here already is perfect. And something here is already playing imperfect, appearing to be imperfect. This is where the identity is most strong. You are consciousness, but somehow manifesting inside this form. The consciousness which announces itself in the form as the sense I am. It says I am. I exist, which it says is the godly principle, the godly voice inside the form says I am. Do you know I am within your own self? Are you aware of that simple, stable, intuitive presence, the sense I am? Not I am going to the market, I am going to get married. No, I am. Most practices are trying to get stable in the sense I am.
I exist without the body. So where is this other existence? Where is it? It's not here. It's not in three-dimensional space. Where you really are is in a whole different dimension.
In you. Think of that for just a minute. Now, Carl Jung is saying you should really get into that and stay with that until you know what that means. That's a significant statement. The kingdom of God, you know, the universal celestial kingdom of the creator of the entire cosmos is inside of you.
But that's why we try and become as conscious of our actions, of our thoughts, of what we do, because, you know, in making the subconscious conscious, you can heal what hasn't been looked at. You can face what you are avoiding, and sometimes we're not avoiding it on purpose, you know. We're doing it subconsciously. We're, without knowing, avoiding ourselves.
He's able to wake the slumbering feminine from its coma. And that's a Jungian story, and that's the story that he juxtaposed against Freud. And Jung thought, no, it's not the case. You're throwing the baby out with the bathwater. There's something profound and central to the hero myth. And Jungian clinical work is essentially the awakening of the hero myth in the analysand, in the client or in the patient, to conceptualize yourself as that which can confront chaos and triumph, and that's associated with an ennobling of consciousness and the establishment of proper positive relationships between male and female.
Me brethren Mike Sandon said, that's the whole point of Kali Yuga, isn't it? To make the darkness conscious of itself. Shine your light to cast the shadow, shine more light to cast out shadows. Rest, practice self-care for your mental health. I love myself.
choice could bring you closer to the center, or send you spiraling to the edges, to madness.
Doing God's work in the devil's playground.
Due to the nature of this reality, truth, love, and light will always remain, no matter the environment.
Truth will rise to tear you apart.